So, being raised in a household with Buddhist values, I was always familiar with the practice of meditation. And during a stressful point in our lives, my family turned to prayer for answers. And instead of praying to a god, because Buddhism doesn't really have a god, we went to temple once a week and just meditated for an hour. And this temple was massive. It had like a giant, probably a 10-foot Buddha sitting in the front. There were like these lotus pillows that we would sit on and candles that were burning with the window curtains drawn out. So the practice would start at sundown. And once we were done, it would be like dark and dusk time. And I was little at the time, so I just went with it. And I think that period really helped me to develop my emotional regulation and process things systematically instead of like impulsively. But as life went on with school, college, and then work, and then now grad school, that practice of meditation has drifted away from me. But in the recent months for my 2024 resolution, I wanted to get back into it. And this video isn't sponsored by Ring, but I wish it was. The meditation guides on it, on the app, have been really helpful. And there's a ton of, meditation apps like Headspace and stuff like that. But I like that I can track my progress with my sleep. Because I find that when I engage in regular meditation practice, my sleep score goes up and I have better sleep quality. And it could be all a placebo effect, but that's also pretty powerful. So whatever works. In today's society where our attentions are constantly being vied for, I find that meditation is more important than ever. And it's made me appreciate the time that I spend with arguably the most important person in my life. Me, myself, and I. And at first, the meditation practice started off kind of awkward, where you're just going through the motions and just being present. But as time goes on, you become comfortable in that process and you have conversations with yourself. I know it sounds weird, but once you settle in, you just kind of think out loud. It's like having a therapist that's yourself,
And what conversations are you having with yourself?
Well, I check in with myself mentally and physically, see how I'm doing. And sometimes I replay the day in my head and try to find things that I'm grateful for. And other times I let certain curiosities just bubble up to the surface. And then I sit in them.
It's a time where I can cultivate my attention diet, picking the thoughts and memories that I want to shine a light on. A process that I found has helped me build resistance to endless screen time, as well as digest new material by establishing connections to previous knowledge. And this is supported by science, demonstrating that when we meditate, our brain synchronizes, and this promotes memory as well as intelligence. Sometimes it is difficult to set aside a chunk of time to meditate for that long. So I choose to transfer some of that mindset in activities that can be meditative, like walking the dog around the neighborhood or treating myself to a day at the museum, both of which where I try to be present and marvel at the little things. And journaling is a great way to calm the mind as well. It's basically written meditation. So my ultimate goal is to build to 45 minutes of meditation. And so far, I've already seen small improvements in my focus and creativity, which helps me plan better as well as be efficient in my creative process. Okay, this is a side note, but I feel like as adults, we rarely have time to daydream or the mental space to daydream. And I miss that childlike experience, that wonder. So hopefully in my meditation practice, I can cultivate some daydreaming mental space. Anyways, if you're watching this is your sign. Give meditation a try because there's really only upside, but only if you try it more than a couple of times. So with that, I'll bid you good luck and ciao.